You ever look around and wonder, what separates the men from the boys? What makes some blokes crack under pressure while others thrive? It's not about luck, mate. It's about the code you live by. See, most men, they go through life reacting, letting their emotions drive the car. But there's a better way. A code that teaches you to master your mind, your body, your world. They call it Stoicism. And today, we're diving deep into 15 principles that'll turn you from a passenger into the goddamn driver of your life. Subscribe to AREV and strap in. This is going to be a wild ride. Imagine a city, right? No walls, no defenses. Any punk with a sword can just waltz in and take over. That's what happens when you let your emotions run the show. Anger, fear, doubt, they'll try to break down your walls, but a real man, he feels them, he acknowledges them, and then he chooses his response. Seneca, one of the old Stoic badasses, he said it best, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Most of the crap we worry about never even happens, so stop letting your mind be a battlefield. Master your thoughts and you master your life. Most blokes I know, they run from pain, see it coming and they flinch. But pain, my friend, that's the fire that forges you into something stronger. It's a test, a challenge, a bloody boot camp for your soul. Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, he got it. He said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. See that obstacle, that pain. Don't just stand there, use it. Climb over it, grow from it, become the man you were meant to be. You ever see a dog begging for scraps? Pathetic, right? That's what you look like chasing approval from others. A real man, he doesn't need a pat on the head for doing what's right. He stands by his values, even when it's hard, even when the crowd's against him. Real confidence, mate, it doesn't come from likes or pats on the back. It comes from within, from knowing your worth, owning your choices, and never needing permission to be yourself. Chapter 4, never be ruled by desire. Listen up, because this is important. Desire, it's a tricky bastard. It can drive you to achieve great things, but it can also enslave you. You chase after every shiny object, every fleeting pleasure. You become a slave to your impulses. Epictetus, another Stoic heavyweight, he laid it out straight. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. Anything that enslaves us, whether a person, a vice, or a desire, is the enemy. So get a grip on your desires. Don't let them control you. Chapter 5. A man must be prepared for hardship. Life's not all sunshine and roses, is it? It throws punches. You'll get knocked down, betrayed, dealt a bad hand. Most blokes, they crumble, but a Stoic, he expects it. He's ready. Practice misfortune, they say. Live simply. Embrace the uncomfortable. Train your mind for the storm, so when it hits, you're still standing, still fighting, still breathing. Chapter 6. Strength comes from discipline. Talent? That's a good starting point, but without discipline, it's like a Ferrari with no engine, useless. The greatest men, they're not always the most gifted. They're the ones who show up day in and day out. Grinding, hustling, wake up early, train your body, train your mind, keep your promises, even when it's inconvenient. That's discipline. That's self-respect. Chapter 7. Stop complaining, take action, whining, moaning, blaming everyone else. That's the language of weakness. Strong men, they adapt and overcome. Life throws you a curveball, don't cry about it. Figure out how to hit it out of the park. Remember, no one's coming to save you. This is your life, your fight. So get up, dust yourself off, and get back in the game. Chapter 8. Master the art of silence. Ever notice how fools, they just love the sound of their own voice? A real man, he chooses his words carefully. He listens, he observes, and then he speaks with purpose. Silence is power, mate. Learn when to hold your tongue, when to walk away, and when to deliver the knockout blow. Chapter 9. Your time is your most valuable asset. You ever look back and think, where did the time go? We waste years on distractions. Mindless scrolling, empty relationships, chasing cheap thrills. Seneca, that wise old Stoic, he warned us. It's not that we have little time, but that we waste much of it. So stop wasting your life. Focus on what matters, your purpose, your passions, the people who truly count. Chapter 10. Detach from the outcome. You control your actions, not the results. Do the work, put in the effort, give it your all. But don't get hung up on the outcome. You can't control everything, right? A real man, he finds satisfaction in the struggle, in the journey, not just the destination. Chapter 11, never fear being alone. Most blokes, they're terrified of being alone, but solitude, that's where you find your strength. In the quiet moments, when there's no one else around, that's when you face yourself. A true Stoic, he doesn't need a crowd to feel validated. He's comfortable in his own skin, even when he's the only one in the room. Chapter 12, stay calm in chaos. The world's full of chaos, right? Panicking, losing your cool, that's what the weak do. A Stoic, he's the eye of the storm. He stays calm, assesses the situation, and acts decisively. Remember, emotions are temporary. Control, that's permanent. People will test you, push your buttons, see what they can get away with. You gotta draw a line in the sand. These are my limits, my values, my non-negotiables. Respect yourself, your time, your energy. Because if you don't, no one else will. A weak frame, it crumbles under pressure. A strong one, unbreakable. Your values, your mission, your mindset, that's your foundation. Build it strong, mate, because life will test it. Here's a thought. You could get hit by a bus tomorrow. Morbid, maybe true, definitely. We all act like we've got all the time in the world, but time, that's the one thing they don't make more of. So live like today's your last. Make decisions that matter. Leave a legacy you're proud of. So there you have it, mate, the Stoic Code. 15 principles that can change your life. It's not about being emotionless or a robot. It's about mastering your mind, owning your choices, and becoming the strongest version of yourself. Which principle resonated with you? Hit me up in the comments. And if you're ready to keep leveling up, subscribe to AREV. The world needs more men who live by a code.